New York is a city that needs little introduction. No surprises then that its annual motor show is a pretty big deal. For 2016, a host of manufacturers have broken through with new models, Dave.
That's true, but I think, when you look at what happened at Geneva, which is all about supercars and SUVs and champagne and dancing girls, you can argue that this New York show is a little bit about the American motor industry sort of drawing breath, taking stock. Some big names not here, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti, they're not here, but there's still plenty of new metal. I mean, what's been the highlight for you?
It's probably not a standout in terms of volume, but I think the Mercedes GLC Coupe was a really important one. It sort of shows that, there's no conventional barriers anymore in what car makers will do in terms of design and everything else. It's also a pretty accurate sort of summation of Mercedes-Benz at the moment, one of 5 new models at this show. So I think that's probably the one that stands out to me. What about you?
I really have to say the Mazda MX-5 RF, and that stands for the retractable faster. It's a great looking car, it's a really clever concept, and significantly it gives Mazda now the weapon to go up against the 86 Subaru BRZ twins. And that hasn't happened before because the Roadster's been strictly soft top, totally different market. But now with this, with this fastback roofline, they really could take it up to them. It will be a little bit dearer, but I think people will still go for it.
Another one that caught my eye was the Audi R8 Spider. V10 engine, 0 to 100, 3.6 seconds, plenty of carbon fibre and aluminium. For me, that's going to be a real special one.
Okay, and surprise, surprise, Nissan's upgraded the GTR, the Godzilla, one more time. It's now got, I think, 419 kilowatts, which is a little bit more. They've squeaked a little bit more out of it in a lot of areas. But interestingly, over on the stand, they've got the guys from the Yokohama factory who hand build those engines. And I talked to one of them. He doesn't speak a lot of English, but he makes a really good V6.
Motor shows are great for that, aren't they? You can approach anyone. It wasn't all about the fast cars though. Toyota came out with a new plug-in Prius, and this one promises to be a lot better than the old one. They're talking electric-only range of 35 k's, up to 1,000 k's when you use the 1.8 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine as well. So that's quite an interesting one for Toyota. The big thing though is whether it comes to Australia. We don't really know if we're going to get it, so there's a bit of a catch there.
It's a fairly big catch.
It is.
Well, the same goes for, well, not the same goes, the new Impreza from Subaru will arrive in Australia, but the big news is that it's the all-new global platform, and in the context of North America, the big news is they're about to start production of North America and Canada specification cars in America, in Indiana, so that's big news there. The car itself looks a little bit like a Subaru, I guess. It's still got a boxer motor, it's still a sedan, it's still a hatchback. The bad news is, if you want a WRX version, you're probably looking still at 2 or 3 years out.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. And, as well as the established Japanese brands, they've also got the Koreans, which are very strong here, very strong at home at the moment. What's happening there?
Yeah, well, look, New York was a pretty important, probably groundwork exercise for Hyundai. It came out with this new sporty coupe, the Genesis Coupe. Now, while it's strictly a prototype, it's a hybrid prototype, it is a bit of a design cue for the future design direction for Hyundai. So that's a really interesting one. I think probably the most relevant upcoming model that we'll see all this stuff in is the G70, which lands in Australia next year, so very interesting.
And speaking of things that we dearly hope will land in Australia, Chevrolet have the new ZL1, 6.2 litres, now got a 10-speed auto, and if Holden and HSV get off their backsides and re-engineer the thing for right-hand drive, who knows, it could be the next whole let's hope so.
Well, they say New York is the city of dreams, so we can only hope. Well, that's a wrap from the New York Motor Show. It's been a really strong start to the automotive calendar. Check it all out at Drive.com.au.